Well, hello, everybody. Oh, my camera wasn't even on my face. What's up with that? All right, so it is late night, so I don't assume there'll be a lot of people here. So it might just be the replay crew. I do know that a friend is coming who has to charge up her phone, who's here every night. That's Tamara. Tammy, and look, I was about to mention her name, and there she is. I was about to mention Tammy will probably pop in at some point, and there she is. What's up, Tammy? How are you? Oh my goodness. Um, so I let me go ahead and do this disclaimer and then I'll go down to the bottom. But I was thinking when I do the late night ones, I probably don't even have to do the face ones. I could probably just start off at the camera. I've been watching like other people's live and they have like where they start off with their hands with a down camera and they just stick to that. So I don't know. I'm probably experimenting. Maybe I'll experiment next time. Um, Let's see if that's a way to go. But then I almost missed that personal side where I get to say hello to you. But I don't know. But anyway, let me disclaimer so we can go down because I'm pretty excited about today. I'll talk to you about it in a second. Thank you for coming and hanging out with me, whether you're here live with me or whether you're watching a replay. I 100% appreciate it. You could be doing anything else, but you are watching live or watching the replay, and I appreciate that. I've been, oh my gosh, special shout out. I don't want to say, well, I guess I could, well, no, I don't want to say your name. However, I appreciate, I got a wonderful comment the other day by a viewer who was watching the replay and she found it funny and she was laughing at the little nail thing. She also came up with an idea that I'm gonna do. She came up with an idea of taking the nails that fell off and like gluing them to the card and making them like stick figures. So I was like, oh, you already know that's gotta happen. That's gotta happen. So I'm probably gonna do that. But I do have a special card that I'm gonna make tonight because it is National Tulip Day. And I have that stamp set that I was looking for the other day. It was right in my face. Wait till I tell you guys where it was. Craziest story. Anyway, but I am not sponsored by anybody. All products that I use, I love, and that's why I use them. I am an Altenew affiliate. However, if I choose to use any other product, I will, because I just love products. And actually, I'll be using something by Altenew and something by Simon Hurley, experimenting. That's what I'm going to do tonight. Um, the other thing that I wanted to make sure you guys know, if you create something, see that hashtag that I'm sorry, that QR code that's right there. Join the Happy Creatives Facebook group, and I'll let you in. And whatever you post to there, I'll show. And if you create something before the end of the show, I'll post it there. Whether you're doing the same thing I'm doing or something totally different, doesn't matter. Or if it's something you did before that you just want to share it. I'll share it. Just let me know that it's in there, and I will go and show that to the world. All right. So let's see. I did my disclaimer. I talked about the. It's hard keeping all this up. I should really write it down one day, but and it just wouldn't be natural. Like, what's that? Gotta have some natural. Um, well, whatever else I think about, I guess I'll get to it when I think about it. Tammy says she's good. Oh, you're very welcome. All right, so let's go to the down camera and let's get started. Let's get it started. Let's get it started. I the camera's gotta switch for me. Here we go. Well, hopefully, fingers crossed that it is bright. Let's see. All right, so far not so bad. We turn that light that way. Let's see if anything happens when I turn this side. I think I know where the shadow's coming. So see how my hands right here? There's a camera that's right here. So all that movement you see, there's a camera that's right there, and I can't do much about that. So they just be a shadow. But there I am, and it looks like it's bright. Let me go ahead and turn the style back to square. Yeah, it looks like we are good on that end. All right. So the stamp set I was looking for the other day that I did show in, and then all of a sudden I lost it, was this one. Well, the funny thing is, and I also said that it was in my face somewhere, and it's in my face laughing at me, and it was because what happened I accidentally put it in the back of another stamp set that was right there. That's why I couldn't find it, because I wasn't finding a separate stamp set. So it wasn't my face. It was looking at me. It was just in the back of another stamp set. But in any event, fun times, fun times. Now, you guys know I always usually use my Misty. Tonight, I thought I would use the stamp wheel because I have it out. And I had a class tonight that I used with it. So I showed you guys when I created this a few nights ago. And this was stamped on acetate. Hang on, gotta grab it. This was stamped on acetate, and it is beautiful. Look at that. So that was fun, and it's dry now, but I do have to seal it because this will come off. Well, I was talking to a friend earlier, Mary Alice. So all of these were done with watercolor, with the watercolor that's in the tubes, and they did a pretty good job at painting on that. So I just got Simon Hurley's. These are his new acetate flavors. We're gonna say flavors. So I just received them, and I was like, you know what? Thank you so much, Tammy. I was like, well, I wasn't like, I was talking to Mary Alice, and Mary Alice was like, you could probably paint with those on top of, acetate. And I was like, oh, we could try that. So I'm gonna try that. So um and our friend Shalana gave me a challenge, which I'm not gonna do today because I'm probably not gonna be able to do it today. But so the challenge was to make a card and send it to her. So today I was asking her to further define that, and she said make her a spring card. And I was like, all right, gonna do it, bet. So tonight it probably won't happen. I mean, unless I get this done in record time, but since I'm dealing with acetate, I doubt it. So let me go get my pieces of acetate. And by the way, I love saying acetate because it sounds like it's a bad word and it's not, but it sounds like it. And, you know, that makes me giggle. The 2-year-old boy in me giggle. All right, so there's my acetate right here. This is the one I get from Amazon. Really good. It's thick. It actually is heat resistant too. And it doesn't, the thing is, if you do get this one, it doesn't say heat resistant. So you don't know. And I was scared, but I've been heating it. It's been working fine. All right. So I'm going to get, and they come in 8.5 sheets. Cut that in half. So one of the classes that I was in tonight was for, it's bad because I forgot the name of the class. Oh, it's a blending class. So it wasn't through Altenew. It was through scrapbook, cards, and scrapbook and cards. And the class is still going on. You can still register for it. And it's only $40. And it's with and I get nothing for it. So I'm only telling you because I really like it. But it's Mindy Egan. She was teaching tonight, and she's also teaching Wednesday. And then Gina Kay is also teaching 2 nights the next week. And then Megan Andrews is teaching, and there's a gentleman, and I'm so sorry if he ever watches this because I forgot his name, but I'll look it up because I didn't know him. I've heard he's extremely talented. Somebody today was like, "Oh, that's such and such," and I was like, "Oh, okay." So and it cuts well. Look at that. That cuts like butter. But he's also teaching it, and it seemed like it's going to be a really really good class. Of course, I learned a lot from Mindy tonight, even though it was the opening night. She was going over a lot that was pretty cool about blending, and I can't wait to get to her next one because I was like, "Woo, Mindy! I didn't even know that about myself." So it's pretty cool. All right, cut the acetate. And the cool thing is, let's see if I can find my. I don't know. I like to work with my other little silicone And I moved stuff around right before the live, and now I can't find it. That's all right. I can work directly on here, but I like to have a silicone mat that I can take off. And let me look one other place. No, I had it earlier. Just looking for my silicone mat. So I have this rolly chair, and it rolls over everything, like bulldozers over stuff, like a bully. Oh, you know what? I could use paper. I can't find it. So, let me see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Or I can use some shipping plastic, like Amazon's. Let me grab that. There we go. Let me make sure my address isn't showing. Grab scissors. Cut it this way. Putting this one to the test, because my other one, it just, all right, there we go. Okay. So, for the acetate, I'm going to stamp it with, I told you guys the Gina K amalgam ink does very well on acetate, which shocked me. Let me see, is that the, hold on. So I'm going to stamp this with amalgam obsidian. There it is. So, oops. Where'd the comments go? There we go. Okay. Tamara's coming. I was saying that earlier. She has to charge up her phone. She'll be in. So tomorrow is today is National Tulip Day, and this flower by Altenew is so pretty, and it's a tulip, and it's called. Hey Tamara, look at you there when I just mentioned your name. This tulip is the tulip I'm going to use, and it's called Through the Tulips. And it's this one, and it's so pretty. So I'm excited. It's National Tulip Day. I spent the day searching for this tulip because I couldn't find it because it disappeared the other night. Tamara was telling Tammy how this is the one I was looking for the other night and I couldn't find it, and it was right in my face. And I said it was right in my face, and it was because there was nowhere for it to be. I accidentally put it in the wrong spot. Okay, I'm gonna stamp it on regular paper first, and then I'm gonna stamp it on the I like to stamp the same spot. Then I'm stamping on the acetate. Okay, I'm gonna do this. And I like it. I always try to do a 2-for-1. See if I can fit everything on here. We'll see. Placement. Let's see, can I do that? Can I do that? Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Tamara, I know you are. Actually, we're doing something cool for MLK Day. I really wish we lived near each other. That would be just too cool. Tetris. Wait, okay, hold on. Nice. You want to see all the Altenew products I found? I know, right? Is that the original stamp wheel? I thought you had the 2.0. I do. Okay, Tetris. I do. I have the original because I bought the original stamp wheel, and then 3 days later, the they announced the new one. So so I've had it for a while, and this past year, the end of this past year, I was like, I'm getting the other one because I did the stamp wheel class and I knew I was doing it. So you have to work it. Okay, Tetris. Okay, hang on. What's Tetris? Are you playing Tetris? You know, that used to be my game. Me and Tetris go way back. Way back, girl, way back. So tonight I'm doing stamping on acetate, but I want to stamp it on regular paper first. You were saying that hold on. I was saying you were playing it on that piece of paper. Oh, yes. Yes, I was. Yes. Oh my gosh. I'm not gonna say I was queen at Tetris because I wasn't, but I was definitely queen at Pac-Man. Y'all know Pac-Man back in the day. When I tell you, I was flipping that machine, and then I was really good at Mario. And I used to be a gamer so bad. So I had my first son, DJ, and I was gaming. Like I was doing like I forget the name of that game. The computer game. And I was gaming, and I realized I had to give up gaming because girl, I wasn't trying to do dinner. I wasn't trying to do like stuff I needed to do. And I was like, oh, so I had to stop gaming cold turkey, because I decided, I needed to give it up. And now he's a big gamer and he's so good and competitive. So kind of passed the reins on to him. Like he was at that time, his computers were just going in Head Start, and the ladies didn't know how to use the computers, but he did, and he showed them how to turn their computers on at 3 years old. He was gaming at home. You got good at Tetris and Pac-Man. That's it, nothing else. You didn't do Mario? Oh my gosh, Mario was so fun. Oh my goodness. Like jumping the bricks. Oh, I love Mario too. I cannot lie. Look at that. Look how crisp. So this is Altenew's amalgam ink, and it does pretty good. Now my favorite ink's VersaFine, and it still is, but it's still pretty good. Look at that. Same as the color that. So the paste I have is Simon Hurley's Lunar Paste. These are the newest releases he has. He just released 5. So this is the pack 2. And this is Jaded. It's a nice green. Charming, beautiful purple. Kiss and Tell. That's really bright. I'm gonna have fun with that one. That might be my favorite. This is Mugshot, beautiful orange. And this is Limelight, beautiful green. Mario is the first and only, never got used to the other. Oh, I love Mario 2. Mario 3, I think, was probably my favorite when you could do the raccoon and you could I love getting the raccoon power and the firepower and firing them up. Firing them up, boys. Oh my goodness. But love got in the way. Love don't live here anymore. I was into even like, I'm trying to remember what's the name of that game was. One edition of it was called Hot Date. They were trying to get into like the, more adult crowd or teenage crowd. And I was into that game. And like you build your everybody knew it too, because you build your life, and like so you build your house, you build your um you have a spouse, you have all these things. You had to build each part of the game. And it was cool. It was very cool. Very cool. I'm gonna have to do this a couple of times because I'm putting it on acetate. So the acetate is down. When did you buy those? Oh no, I got these a while ago. They actually took a while to get here. These are the um that came, and what else came? Something else came. My husband was like, I said, you didn't buy anything. I was like, I didn't. Something else came today too. That I bought a while ago. It was during Christmas time. I don't remember. Oh, Simon Says Stamp. Remember the Jennifer McGuire class? It didn't come until now, and so I bought some other stuff with it, and that stuff didn't come until today either, because they don't ship it until they ship the pre-release thing I bought. But yeah, no, I haven't bought anything. I don't think I bought Stacy's Make It Monday, but I told you about that. But that was it. With those, we were talking about the Econo line markers, and I was like, get them, because I was getting them. So that's the only thing I think. Yeah, that's the only thing I got. And it's funny, the Make It Monday is already on the way. Well, no, it ain't. But there was a movement with that already happened, and I was like, I forgot I had that on there. Tell Dre not to be monitoring your works. Exactly. Uh, you didn't ever play that. Oh, Sims. That's what it is. Thank you. Yes. Yes. Oh, so much. It's fun. It was a lot of fun. Well, I don't know what it is now, because um, but like you could build your whole world. I was always into like technology, and that satisfied that part of my brain. And I never got back into gaming like that. Like everybody I worked with was. You got the yeah, me too. But you wanted them all. You only bought 3. Oh, so hmm, I got them all, but but they let you split the payment. I was like, oh, cool. So it's not a heavy hit at once. So I paid like a certain amount from one account, a certain amount from another one. But that's it. I said I wasn't giving up Make It Mondays. I'm not. But how pretty it's coming out. One more time. Just one more. Well, you know what I should do is clean this, try to dry it with the heat gun, and then stamp it again. Let's see. Let me do that because it's not absorbing. So, oops. Let's be away. Let's see. Okay. You tried coloring. It's not great for you. Oh, so um Tamara, there's a class on, and Tammy, if you're interested, I'm gonna take it. There's a class on scrapbook. The heck did I tell you it was? Scrapbook. The class the website I told you earlier, scrapbook and cards. And there's a class for alcohol markers, and it's showing Olos, but it's teaching you all of them. And I'm gonna take it. It's only $24. So you should take that. or maybe think of taking that. I don't know. I said, oh, I'm gonna tell her about this because I'm gonna take it. And it's not live or anything, it's an older class, but it'll help. This is my Simon Hurley heat gun. Or Tim Holtz. I don't know. One of them. Let's just say Ranger. They both use the heat gun. You tried color, it's not great for you yet. Coloring on acetate. Just try. Okay. So I'm gonna try one more time. Well, so it depends on what watercolor you're using. You got to use the one in the tube. If you're talking about coloring on acetate, none of them worked except for the one in the tubes. Everything else just rolls right off of it like it's nothing. You know what? No, it wouldn't work. Let's see. You try colors. You have that in a box. Heat 2 is in the house trying to get what's in here alive. You try coloring just characters on paper. You're using your cheap. Oh, well, that's probably why. So let me tell you, the paper matters. Like I had to learn that even with the cheap alcohol markers. The cheap alcohol markers, you're not going to get the best results, but you can get pretty good results if you're on the right paper. Are you using that hammer mill I told you about? That right there. It's very smooth, or either Bristol. Bristol paper is really good. It's a few areas. And I like to keep, so the reason I always put my stuff in either the bottom right-hand corner or the bottom left-hand corner is so I can come back to that exact spot. If I got to lift it up to do stuff with it, I can come back to this exact spot and then this will line up with it when I put it back on. And if you're asking, how do you know which way? So the stamp wheel has this hole. And if you already know, no worries. I'm just showing those who might not. The stamp wheel has this hole in it. So that hole I always put at the top so that I always know where I'm lining this up. All right, let me move this on this side. And now we get to play. Well, let me heat it up and then we'll get to play. You don't want to keep adding to furniture in the house because it's already, yeah. No, that makes sense. That makes sense. So take your time. I don't either. Like, I have this other room downstairs, and that's where I'm gonna try to put my stuff, but it gets overwhelming in here. I'm in a bedroom because it's too cold downstairs for me. I have an office downstairs, but it's too cold. All right, seems dry. Okay. So let me move. I'm trying to move stuff where I'll be able to remember where it is. This over here. I'm gonna turn my mouse off for a second. Let me move it to here. Yeah, okay. That way if I hit it, don't accidentally close the stream or anything. Um, you don't have Bristol or Hammer Mill yet. Okay, Nina, I have Altenew watercolor papers. Yeah, that's a good one too. Nina's good too. So what were you using when you were coloring? But Nina, I learned that all Ninas are not the same Nina everybody talks about. Tammy, do you have the stamp wheel too? Let's see. All right. That tulip is so pretty. I really hope this works and it doesn't. But anyway, so in my package came these palette knife for free and these I forget what they're called, but they're like little toothpicks and you can put like the gel, the lunar paste and stuff, and then you can fine point like whatever you create. So you thought about getting it but haven't got it yet. Well, if you got a Misty, you don't need it. And I know that's a lot of people like, what? But you don't have to have it. I like testing stuff and that's why I have a whole bunch of it, but you know, if I'm being honest, you don't need it. Okay. And I also have this older, his older Lunar Paste set too. I got a little bundle deal and got both of them. And so I'm gonna probably grab this yellow from here. This yellow is called, there's a voltage yellow and there's a yellow jacket. I'm gonna try yellow jacket. We use these in dentistry. Oh, really? What are they called? These? You know what they're called? Because that's where most of the tools that are being used, a lot of people, are you making a hop card? Yeah, yeah, for my tulip top. Tomorrow's National Day, and tomorrow's National Day is Tulip Day. Today day is Tulip Day. Micro brushes. Okay, yeah, so that's what it is. Most of the stuff that you see that's in um I'm gonna say graphic design. That's in art and um crafting was borrowed. Mm-mm. So like all the tools we use for, I'm gonna try the stippling technique, see if it works. But the tools we use for what do we use tools for, guys? Oh, for like our cutting and no, our pick and all that. That's all from dentistry and doctors, surgeons and stuff. I'm gonna try the stippling technique, see if it works. You know what I love, because y'all know that this, and it's gonna build like a lot of texture, which is kind of cool. But acetate is plastic, and we know that this likes to stick on plastic, which is why when you do stencils, you got to do it pretty quick. So I'm hoping that so far it's kind of cool. Tamara, you just need to get your dental tools and just call it a day. You notice the new glue press is a dental tool. It is. I love that thing though. Let me tell you that the one that I have now, I don't know if I don't have the new one. I guess I have an older one by Sweet Petunia, and it's amazing. I love it so much. Micro brushes. Are you making a hop card? Yep, yep, I am. I try to make sure I look up. So if I don't see your message at first, I'm not ignoring you. I'm just looking down, doing this stippling, but I am looking up more often than not. More often than not. Oh, so I was telling you guys, I got the sweetest message from a lady who was watching, and she was like, um, she said that she's watching the replay. She loved it. Oh, I think I told everybody else, but you weren't here. That she said she's cracking up at my nails coming off. Um, And she came up with an awesome idea that I am going to do. She said I should take the nails, you know, the survivors, and make them like stick figures, and you know, give them a body and everything, like a stick figure body. And I'm so going to do that. That is going to be a card, because that is such a brilliant idea. I'm so happy she gave it to me. How cool is that? All right, so I think I'll make one flower yellow. So I don't know if it's gonna, if it doesn't dry tonight, that's why I did that paper one too that I can color. But if it doesn't dry tonight, then tomorrow's when I'll show you it dried, because it's acetate. But I predict it'll dry before the end. Like that. I think I'm gonna do the center a different color. All right, that was yellow. Let's try. I'm getting all the remaining I can get off of here. So that's the yellow. Look at that bright and vivid. I know you can't see through it. It needs white behind it so you can see, but that's what it's looking like so far. That's kind of cool. Got my wipe over here. Got my wipe over here. Comes off pretty good. I like this tool. I haven't used it before. Tonight's my first time using it. So we got pink. Should we do, which I think, purple tulip, or, because I'm saving the green for the leaves. So a purple tulip. Here's what we got. We got in the new one. We got this one. Thank you, Tammy. So we got that pink, purple. I'm gonna do orange in the center of that flower. So pink or purple. Or we got these other ones, which are pretty much the same thing though, you know, but just different shades. There's a blue though. I think pink, purple, blue, neon green. Got that. What should the other purple? There it is. Whoop, there it is. Whoop, there it is. I'll tell you what, this is the most secure package ever, because you know how they usually have like that zip down the side where you can, this one does not have that. I use scissors. See if that works. There we go. Okay. All right, let's try the purple. I like that I could just use the top. Bring to the top. I can never stop. Let me see you clap your hands. How low can you go? Tamara, are you crafting? Tammy, are you crafting? Yeah, just watching and hanging out. How low can you go? Can you go down low? To the front? I finished telling you about the lady, right? It was a long compliment. It's on the video where she commented, and it was something nice to wake up to. I was like, "Oh my gosh, you made me smile." And the fact that she's watching a replay of like a 3 hour, which I do. I do watch replays of long ones. I watch Jennifer McGuire's, every single one. I watch Tim Holtz, and I love it. But not everybody does, and I get it. I get it. I get it. The sibling looks great. Thank you. You're crafting. What you crafting, Tammy? I'm happy you're crafting. So I used to like, I've been crafting for a while, and well, lately, and I would turn on YouTube to see who was on or who had a live or whatever, and I would just consistently watch it. Well, YouTube recently stopped where I can't just put it on continuous play, so that drives me crazy. So if I'm watching a show and it's over an hour, I gotta physically um change the channel, you know what I mean? Or change it to a different video, and I don't like that. What's also happening is if I have a tab open and let's say it was a show from earlier during that day, like an hour to 2 hours later, it automatically starts playing that show. I'm like, what is happening? Oh, I don't know what they're doing. What are y'all doing, YouTubers? You of all tubes? You're trying the craft roulette card, but mostly using powder paper. Oh yeah, yeah. Christy finished her card tonight. I didn't even start mine because it's funny because I was looking for this tulip die that was right there in my face that I didn't know. I was like, it's National Tulip Day. I want to find that one. And well, it was right there. But like Chrissy said, at least I found it, which is true. I would be happy about that. Also, it is one of my awesome friends' birthdays. So if you guys would join me in saying happy birthday to Kiona. She is one of the reasons, like when I first started crafting, I would craft with her and she's taught me a lot and I learned a lot and so much. But so today is her birthday and um Kiona, Keionna. We wish you a happy birthday. If y'all would join me in wishing her a happy birthday, I think that would make her feel so special. So special. Thank you. I am losing some of my dark lines in this purple though, but we'll see how it goes. Oh, it's already drying. I can feel it. That's kind of cool. Yeah. Purple for you. And her favorite color is purple. Geraldine is making me want to try KCC. Oh, I know. Oh my gosh. And Geraldine's a part of the whole Kiana uh tribe and group. I know. She is killing that. She does with everything though. Geraldine makes boxes out of like she does a lot of math. So she can make boxes like from scratch and just figured it out and she shows me her sketches as she do them and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, girl." Like she's an amazing artist, super talented. She'd be happy if she knew she was influencing. Yeah. Purple for you. And that's Kiona's favorite color too. The birthday girl. Whoop, whoop. Happy birthday. So the the people who eventually, when you see Geraldine in the chat, it's Geraldine. There's also a Jolene who would never be up this late. She's so tired. But there's Geraldine, Jolene, and Kiona. And Kiona and Geraldine live in Alaska. So this hitting super late for them. But Jolene lives in Tennessee, so that's it's late for her. I don't know if the inside of the tulip is a different color, but it is today. This tulip is. Huh? See. Didn't mean to drop that whole dollop, so let's just see how this goes. Either a happy accident or oops, I did it again. I'm not that innocent. Hey, I got some sponsors. You guys know what those sponsors are? I've been seeing them. So I was cleaning my room today. Yeah, I know when you clean your room, you find all sorts of stuff that you forgot about. And I bought these sponsors, and they are flat brushes that when you paint, like when you do like dot painting and stuff like that, it makes it so much easier. So they're like just little sponges on wooden sticks. And I got some, and I'm pretty excited to play with them. So one day I'm gonna play with those. I love experimenting with y'all. See, I got people to experiment with. That makes me happy. Okay, so let's do green. Do these leaves. Gotta get my scissors so I can cut it. Oh, yeah. Okay. So let's see. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna do light green last. Dark green. Knowing I need the scissors, I'm still trying to. Hey there. See, I want to say Clint, but hang on. Hang on. Let me get my cheat sheet. Juju, what's up? How are you? And what are you doing this evening? Juju, I don't know if you're in my Facebook group. Did you join my Facebook group? If not, it is that QR code that's up there. It's a small group. So you won't get lost in it. I mean, that's gotta be good, right? See if I can sculpt this. I am playing with acetate tonight. And neon. It's my first time playing with these neon this Neon Paste by Simon Hurley. So far, not horrible. And I'm also playing with a tulip. It's called Through the Tulip stamp set by Altenew. What you doing? What are you up to? Tammy and Tamara getting the love from Juju. The hellos. Husky skies that are blue. So, Juju, either this is going to be a wonderful experiment or it's going to be a not so wonderful experiment. We shall see. So far, I'm not hating it. The paste on the acetate. Oh, Tamara giving love. Gluing paper is what Juju's doing. Oh, Tamara loves your creations. Are you posting any in the group? That's what we want to see. Dun dun dun. Whoop, whoop, there's a dollop. A little dollop of do ya. Let's see. Let's see. I think that's all the light green I want to do. Yeah, I guess some of this dark green. So far, the leaves are looking a mess because I haven't finished them out yet. This is where we are so far. The purple, we lost the definition, but we can still see it's a tulip. We just don't have that black definition that we had before. And the yellow, I think the yellow's looking good with the orange in the center. And we're working on the green. Right now, I'm gonna wipe this off so we can get a darker green in here. I'm actually gonna take a drink real quick. Throat's dry. All right. And my allergies always at night. Y'all know the drill. Oh wait, did I use? Oh, I used the dark one. I gotta use the lighter one. Got it. There we go. Yeah. Ooh, I like this lighter green. Ooh. Ooh. I'm not gonna get these to blend, so I'm not even gonna try it. But not a smooth transition blend. I mean, but it's still fun. Blending, smending. Bah humbug. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Have you guys played with acetate in this way? And if so, what have you done? Teach me your acetate ways. I love learning new stuff in this world. In this world of crafts. And then doing them. Matter of fact, this technique, well, it wasn't this technique. I haven't seen this technique. This actually, the idea of it came from, who was I talking to earlier today? It's a part of my memory. It drives me crazy. I was talking to somebody. Oh, Mary Alice, right? Yeah. I was talking to Mary Alice, who's sometimes in here with us or with me, and she was saying you should try this lunar paste on the acetate. And I was like, what? I sure will. And yet here we are. But the stamping on acetate came from a class I took or a workshop with Altenew the other day. Yep, it was Tracy's class from the acetate. Yep. Yep. Thank you, because they all be running together, and I'd be like, whose class did I learn this in? And I'll say it, and somebody be like, no, that was such and such class. I'm like, oh, oops. Okay, so there's the green. I don't like this one flower, how it's coming out, because it came out on the sides. Let's see if I can get that cleaned up just a little bit. Just a little bit. Maybe it would shape it up. Ooh. Okay. Okay. Not so bad now. You see the flower? Cute vellum for that. Wait, I cut vellum for that card, but didn't stamp on it yet. Oh, yeah. I remember you saying that. You need to stamp on it. Here we are so far. What y'all think? What y'all think? Success or yeah? I would definitely try it again. But I had to figure out how to get how to blend it. Pretty. All right. Tammy says pretty. That makes me happy. All right, now let me work on this table. There's no brown. Let me see. Oh, I have acrylic markers. I could probably play with acrylic. Let me see. Let me go get my acrylic markers because I might be able to do that on acetate. Hang on. Grabbing the acrylics. Let's see how you guys draw. Now, I didn't put this in the thing because I didn't know I was going to be using acrylic markers, but these are Altenew's acrylic markers. They got 2 volumes. This one is volume 1. It's right there. So let's see how it does. It's got a brown. Whoop, whoop. While that dries, I'm going to try to color this little table right here. They are smooth like butter, baby. Look at that. Nice. Okay. Lighter brown. Let's see. Do you have a complete Do you have a complete set? Yes, I do. I forget what it's called. What is it? Complete syndrome or complete set syndrome or something like that. Yes, indeed. It's a very, very bad situation. Although apparently mine isn't as bad as some. I know some people have it so bad they buy the entire collection. That collection be like $700 some dollars. I was like, ooh, no, there's definitely a monetary limit on that. I can't tell. Let's see. Mm, too brown. Oh, that's the front of the chair. This is the back. And I think that is side. You have the I want it all problem. Me too, Tammy. But Tamara showed great restraint by only getting 3 of those markers. I admire that because I was like, oh no, I gotta have those markers. There were these so Econ Online has a marker, and here's the deal. So I did my research beforehand. Of course, Stacy talked about them being really, really good, and she showed it. But I wanted to see what people thought, like on Amazon and other places like that. And oh my gosh, the reviews on Amazon and on Google are amazing for those markers, Tamara. So we definitely uh, did well. I mean, there was even a reviewer and it checked all the boxes. Like it was a tough reviewer, and those markers were perfect across the board. So I am happy we got them, but they are expensive. So I'm with you. But I needed the set because I'm testing them. So I was like, no, I need to see what all of them do and how well. But I also have the syndrome, so that is a true statement. I'm a real boy. Let's see. Let's bring this down. I put my hand in it. Okay. Okay. You bought the dark set and wanted and want and wait and the wanted all 14. Okay, hold on. You bought the dark set and the wanted all 14 colors, but you wanted them all. You notice some has some colors. If they arrive fast, they be more. So wait, I'm confused because what I thought you said you just got the 3. Are you saying you got the dark set and the one in so what's the dark set? Was that I thought that she said that those were included in the 14, or she said something about those that already bought it, no need to buy any more because they're included. Is that not right? Explain that to a sister, because maybe I might have missed it. If I missed it, I gotta go get the ones that I missed. Eco Line. You got the dark watercolor set. The 14 was the newest colors. Oh, what was the dark set? You gotta send me a link. You know, I need a link. Um, I think I missed a set. You know, that don't go well. If y'all don't know what we're talking about, scrapbooking made simple with Stacy and these Ecoline watercolor markers that are spectacular. And we had to have them. I mean, would we have survived life without them? Probably. But what type of life would that be? You want the fashion set and the botanical set and the hand lettering set. See, I didn't see all those sets. I thought it was just the brown. All right, so her chair cover, we'll do purple. I like purple. Let's see. You research reviews. I stalked the website options. I know. I was so busy researching and missed the options. See, you can't win. You can't win. The purple. You can't always get what you want. I'm feeling that now. Let's see. Let's go back over that with the black. So, oh, everything's already dry, so for the green. The grain wasn't dry yet. I wonder. Let's see, shall we? I mean, why not? Acrylic be dry as soon as it hit the paper. Tulips are your favorite flower, but they truly do misbehave in the vase. I'm looking for a new flavor. Oh, wow. Wow, what do they do? How so? How do you use a brad on a card, make a hole in it? Yeah, yep. I make a hole either with the brad, and the brad is sharp enough, or I make a hole with a hole punch or something like that, and then push the brad through. What you working on? I'm gonna let this one dry, and I'm gonna pull out the. Where did I put the other one? Where'd I put the other one? Dun, dun, dun. Oh, pull out this one, and then. Where's my Misty? They fluctuate with the sun. They are interactive and fun until they stop flying. Oh wow! See, I didn't know that. I know nothing about flowers, so let me just be 100% about that. I pretty much know that they're pretty. That's the extent of my knowledge on flowers, but I love coloring them, which I didn't before Altenew and before Gina K. I did not love anything about flowers, but through Gina K fashion, she made me fall in love with them. Thank you, Gina K. And then Altenew, now they took it to another level, and now I'm in love with them. Thank you, Altenew. All right. Tulips. Let me get yellows. Oh man, my thing was upside down. So all the markers fell out of this pack. Okay, oh, got it. My Kiona, whose birthday is today, her favorite flower is the star lily. I can't tell you how maintenance it is, or just high maintenance or low maintenance, though. All right, so maybe let's try orange tulips. Sun-kissed orange cream, autumn lace, and fire brick. Let's see. This one. Looking for some hot stuff, baby, this evening. Here we go, yo. Here we go. Let's see if that's dry. It's almost there. It's almost there. Me in your world. Right. Let's try another orange. Maybe this one. So this that I'm coloring right now, this is hammer mill paper. It's really good and very inexpensive compared to the other papers. Dun 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 dun. If I finish this one too, I'm gonna submit them both tomorrow. Let them know National Tulip Day, very important. Oh wait. Oh, I forgot. I inked these with the obsidian amalgam, and that's bleeding a little bit. It's bleeding that black. Not horrible. It's just that I know it. I was like, where the black coming from? That ink. Shoot. Let me check if the green comes off. Are you using alternate markers? I am. We can't tell from the sky blue guru. Let's see. I see a little better. I did not mean to do that. Now I gotta go over that with blue. That flower's gonna be blue because I gotta go over that green that I accidentally put in there. God. What's the P? P. I see a P. You got a P? I want to be a mountaineer. See. God. Let's see. You notice you don't see me use distress oxide. So you use it every now and then. I do have some over there. I have quite a bit, but yeah, I don't use them often. If I'm doing mixed media, I will. I like them. I love them. I think they come out very pretty. I just, you know, I haven't grabbed them. I used to use them like all the time when I first got them. But do I think they're awesome? Yes, ma'am. Yes. Majorly awesome. Flower. Very nice work. Night. Good night, Juju. Thanks for stopping by. That's awesome. Have have a good day at work. Sorry you gotta work. I think everybody should be off for the weekend. Just kidding. Then who would be wherever I needed them to be? Everybody needs to work, I guess. Alright, let's see if I can salvage this. Putting another color on top of it. That's what I meant. Not green. Yeah. You went to the spa today and it was what you needed. Oh, See, I have not done a spa or a massage yet, but I do hear people all the time like, "Oh, girl, if you love yourself, you would do this." And I think I can get it through my insurance too, really cheap. So Tamara's telling me I need to get it done. And that means I need to get it done. Just blue. Sounds nice. That's what I needed. That's what I need. Yes. Me too. Oh, Tamara always does the cool stuff. You know, stuff we need to do. Takes care of herself. She's awesome. I admire. I admire that. I admire that. I admire it. She also likes to make sure others take care of themselves, which is awesome. And then I want another blue for that center of that flower. Uh, you're a self-care queen. Other things get skipped often though, but you're smiling. Good. Good. That's really good. Ain't dark enough. Try not to go so dark. But that was a mistake. That's awesome. All right, the table should be easy. These are our colored tulips so far. We haven't put our final ink on it, but that's what they're looking like so far, in case you couldn't see it. So now we're gonna get to that table and chair. Made your own pattern paper. I love making pattern paper. Oh, what'd you do? Do you want to share it in the group? I'll show when I'm done coloring. What'd you make it with? Talk to us. Tell us about your wonderful pattern paper. I had to take a break. Thanks, Tammy. I saw your comment and I wanted to say something, but I was thirsty, and if I would have said something, it would have came out dry. It was like, you know, that dry voice you get. So I was like, let me finish this wig. It has black anywhere else, and I'm gonna be using black. Let me see. Nope. Like this one. All right, let's see. Get these browns. Browns for the bamboo. Oops, sorry. Oh, let's see. Let's see. I think that's enough. You posted, you can look later. Hello. Just use cheap kitty stamps and a little watercolor because the white background was too bright. Nice. Okay. Not kitty. see anywhere else I want to tackle this brown. Oh, well, a little bit. And then this table. I will check it out. See. Let me look up. Okay. Just checking. All right, all right. Let's see. I think all of the wood is done. I'll make the furniture pink. Oh yeah, that black is coming off. Y'all can't see it, but it is. So much ink bleed. Gray. Then the tabletop. Two. All right, let's check on our other. You bought a laminator. It is still in the box. Yeah, you want to use it for foil stuff. Was that a bad purchase? No, I have a laminator. You just want to make sure it's one that gets hot enough. That's what they all warn about versus getting a laminator versus a fuse. It's from Amazon. It has a trimmer on top. Yep, I got that laminator. Mine's white. Uh, and then it's got this trimmer on it. All right, so let's look at our main piece. It's dry, y'all. I'm gonna restamp this part. I don't think I should restamp this one. But I'm so curious, right? That I gotta try it. Even if it messes it up. I need to know. I would spend my whole life wanting to know, and that's not a way to live. So you know what? I'm going to ink it all up and see what happens. Because that's what an experiment is. It is not being safe. It is seeing what happens. So don't cry if it messes up. It's okay. I've already accepted that. That I might do that. Plus, I do this, and I go ahead and get my mess up on so that you don't have to. You will learn from it, and you'll be like, "Oh, that girl tried to put black ink on top of the paste, and it failed drastically." See? Or you'll say, "That girl put black ink on top of the paste, and it did amazing." That's the one I'm hoping we say. But you know, if we don't, we don't. Whatever. Whatever flips our boat. Ooh. Oh, that was my hand. So it did bring back some of that definition. Look, it wasn't a bad idea. Brought back some of it. It definitely brought back a lot in the chair. I'm gonna do another round. That's the other thing too with this one. Instead of pressing hard, I'm just gonna have to get the ink to hit the surface instead of pressing hard on the. So this part of the experiment is my part of the experiment. Was all my experiment, but the idea portion came from Mary Alice, and the acetate part came from Tracy's class. But then the trying this with the inking over it and all that fun stuff is mine. All right, let's see. Man, the workout I get from doing that is crazy. Isn't that nice? I'm cleaning off my die. I mean my stamp. All right, let's see. All right, I think that came out pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and lift that one off. I don't know if we have to seal it or not. I would think since it's paste, we wouldn't have to. I'll show you this on white in a second. But that's its raw form. And this one, make sure I put it exactly like that. It should line up. Let me go ahead and put this on here. If not, it should be like a millimeter off if it's off. So much that we shouldn't even notice. Okay, we're gonna do our double inking of one that we color with alcohol marker. I just shut them down. And that came out pretty nice. If I move it off, that's it with cut out. I mean with the final inking, the alcohol one. Thanks, Tammy. It came out pretty nice. All right, I'll put this here. Let's get this off. So Altenew has a stamp cleaner that I'm actually able to use. I have to have a mask on with it, but most stamp cleaners I can't use with a mask. This one I tried it with and without a mask, and yep, I have to have a mask on. But I'm so excited that there's a stamp cleaner that I can use. I don't know the struggle. The struggle is real. Looks amazing, Tamara. Thank you. Where does this Tammy? Thank you. Okay, so let's get this tulip clean as I can. I'm not using the stamp cleaner tonight though, because I don't want my allergies to get all crazy. But I'll probably use it and do a deeper cleaning tomorrow. Let's see, because it still reacts them, but it doesn't kill them like my lungs and stuff. All right, so I'm gonna put this back. Little cutie right there. And this. I should probably stamp out a sentiment. Let me see what these say. Pause, breathe, and let beauty inspire you. That's pretty. The life in full bloom. This one says, you are blooming beautiful. This one says, miss your sweet face and let's chat soon. I'm leaning toward either the pause, breathe, and let beauty inspire you, or you are blooming beautiful. But there's another one that says, live life in full bloom. Which one y'all like? Is live life in full bloom? It's not ready yet. I'm just going to stamp a sentiment. I told you guys our favorite, pause, breathe, and let beauty inspire you. And then there's you are blooming beautiful. First comment wins. You only have to take most of it, just a piece of it. Pause, breathe. Yep, that's what I was thinking. That's the one I thought. Okay, I'm gonna put this right here. Let me just go ahead and stamp that real quick. The first time I'm using that lunar paste. Not bad, not bad. Put this back because I don't need it. Let me grab Old Faithful. I just shot him in down. We typed at the same time. Hey now. I like it. Yeah, the same time and the same thing. Look at you two. Sammy and Tamara in sync. Them great minds right there, buddy. Nice. All right. I gotta find the top acetate for my stamp bird that always gets lost. Oh, there it is. There you go. Okay. Right, so and take that out. This out the way. So the way I store my stamp wheel, I actually put it back in its original case. Like I don't and then I put it on a shelf. So I still have the original case it came in. And I like that. I like its packaging, so I just put it right here. Let me clean the bottom real quick. I'm just grabbing a baby wipe, cleaning this off. And my 2.0 stored the same way. So once that dries, I'm just showing you right now. I'm going to take it off until it dries. But I just put this right in there like that. And then put its top on it. And then that's how I store it. But it's got to dry. Put it to the side. So my original goal was to cut these out. So this is what it looks like if it was on white paper. That would be this one and this one. Kind of cool. But I cut these out. Engine number. Oh, I'm missing a top plate. There it is. Okay. All right, so let's. And also, this one comes with a stencil. Y'all know I just like the color, but there is a stencil that's in there. The color with. If you're like, I don't like the color. Oh, they got a stencil for you. And people say there's an app for that. There's a stencil for that. A good tip that I learned from Gina K and also from Altenew is if you want to make sure that you get this correct, you stand up. I was like, what? Your perspective is off when you're sitting down doing it. You're welcome. What can I say except you're welcome? That 2-second tidbit of information I gave you. Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream. Make him the cutest that I've ever seen. Nope, I'm gonna have to wait because I don't want to run the risk of my dies running into each other because that has happened. And I'll be tearing up. I'm like, oh my gosh. Y'all only saw the contraption I have to make sure everything fits in here. There you go, right there. It's crazy. Oh. The guy cuts out. Oh, that thing cuts out like butter. I love when he cut out the center area too. Check that out. Isn't that cool? This one. cut out the center areas. It didn't cut out this back of the chair, but it did cut out all these areas right here. I would have loved if you cut out the back of the chair too, but maybe some people want that part. Who knows? Who am I? Who am I? Oh, my acetate help. Great, thank you. Two dies falling. There we go. That must be the one that goes there. My kid never remember how stuff went. I was like, I'll remember that. And I didn't. Okay, let me see. This is how this goes. Should have took a picture of it because I forgot. Thinking it's gotta be how that went. I don't know. I'll figure it out later. I know. You're right. I should have. And I was like, oh, I remember. That's easy. But nope, then forgot. So it wasn't as easy as I thought my mind was gonna be. Let me see. It's like a puzzle. It's like a puzzle sometimes. I mean, I wonder how I keep from going under. What's that? Oh, I'll be taking a picture next time. I took a picture last night, which is how I got that thing go back in there perfectly. I was so excited. But I don't know why I didn't take a picture today. That don't even make sense. I think that might be that. This. Almost something like that. I can't get that under part. I know it was something like that. Either that or this. I'll spend half the time figuring out how this thing goes. Let me see. Maybe it was this way. I don't even know. But that's the closest way that's fitting. So let me see. You can play with that a little bit. Yeah, maybe a little bit more. More. Close enough. And then, but then this is hanging out. So I am going to just pop that in there like that. And I got a magnet that I'm going to hook up to. I am not. That'll be one of the ones to get a magnet. All right, where is, okay, there we go. Yeah. I will next time. So that's it for that. This right here, I'm going to figure out how I want to put it on the card, but I need to, I thought I would need to seal it, but I don't think I need to seal it because I think that paste is on there pretty good. It's not showing any signs of rubbing off. Back, let me see if I can get that off. This is where I messed up with the paste initially. See how easy it is to get off the side paste. Not as easy as you think. Well, let me get it off. Okay. So I'd say that experiment was a success. Let me put on white paper or brown paper. I'll say that one was a success. Definitely takes a lot to uh, learn. Like I needed those black areas of the tulip, but I don't think it looks bad. And then some areas around here, but I think it came out pretty okay. How's the Cocarosa Company? Oh, Christy buys from them, and I bought a sun from them. It is amazing. That the shock is how cheap they are, but their stuff is really cool. Somebody said that they do rip some stuff off, but I saw them with some of their stuff's original that nobody else has. So I don't know, but I know that they're pretty cool and they're in the U.S. Um, so yeah, I like that company. Thank you. All right, I'm gonna make a card with the other one. The acetate was just to have fun with it, and I'm gonna store it. And one day when we do an invisible card, you know, the card where it looks like there's no front, then on that day I'll probably use this for that. That's a future thing coming. Tonight I wanted to make the card for craft roulette. I'm sorry, not craft roulette. For words, y'all, words. Oh, for my hop tomorrow. It's the National Day Hop. So all I have to do is assemble and go ahead and get my card front. Get that situated. And I have a bunch of scraps. So I'm trying to use up my scraps versus using up paper. So let me see if I got anything in my scrap bag. I got these. I know you've seen these, Tamara, on these scrap bags on by Totally Tiffany on scrapbook.com. So that's the scrap pack I'm going in. And I have silver. Let's see what that will look like. Oh, this is mirror paper. It's not silver. I'm just trying to see what it will look like mixing with these colors. So that might not be bad for a background element, the silver. But let's see what else we got. Got so much. I got so much. I got black. Yeah. Another pal. Let's see. Got white, of course. Green. Green might not be bad. Let me see. No, it washes it out too much. Oh no. What y'all think of that green? How's that green look? With in clashing. So here's what I'm thinking of. Don't worry about this bottom part. I'll fix that. But the tulips going up like this. Maybe the table being like that. And then the words either being the words coming in maybe like that or something like that. Didn't get those bags. Oh, yeah, they're nice. How do you think that green looks as a background? Girl, those bags are so good. Let me tell you, I got so many. You like the contrast of the green or a teal. Love how unique it is. I know. That's what I saw. I was like, oh no, that green's gonna be. And then I put it up against it, and I was like, oh, that green looks nice. All from the scrap bin. We got. All right, we got. We also have. Whoops. We have a pink that we could put it against. Although I think it looks better against the green. But there's what it would look like on a pink. Then um what other color? We have an orange. You like the pink better? Yeah, I thought so. All right. And then here's the orange. We're just looking at all our options. Or if we like the orange, we could have a hint of pink and the orange. What do you think? What do you think with the orange? There's also I know. There's the problem. We have, let's see, we have a different scene, whereas we have a pale pink that's got polka dots in it. I like the scrap bag. We found some cool stuff in that. So that's one. These are the pink polka dots. Got to give it some really cool like background. Then we also have the other side of this, which is a different pink, although I like the other side better, but gives it a cool background. See, I love the polka dots too. I think I like the polka dots because that gives it some dimension. And I gotta love the polka dots, so let's do that one. So which side? This one or the pale pink side? This one has some more colorful polka dots. Then we have the pale pink side, which is that one. First side wins. All right, there we go. That's our plan. We're sticking to it. All right. Don't y'all love the scrap bag? I love me the scrap bag because the scrap bag makes you think about possibilities that you might not even come across. You know what I mean? Like if we were just doing normal, we might not have even pulled out that paper. Okay, let me get a die. Let's get a fun die. Let's get Let's do this one. Ooh, I have an idea. We could do. Oh, let me look at my Altenew dyes real quick. Like the pink, like, let's see. He said I'm biased. That's funny. We could do, since Shalana gave me the challenge of a spring card, this could serve as a spring card with, oh, let me see. Okay, probably you have 30 minutes more juice left. FYI, you missed some thug catch up. Oh, no problem. No, we should be done by then. It's so that's 4:30. Tammy or similar names make our decisions 20 at times. I know. That's sounds one. You've been doing the die cuts. Awesome. Okay. Have an idea. Let's see. Since she wants that'll go with Shalana's challenge. It'll be the icing on the cake of this challenge. Um, what if? Oh, then I saw this one. That's cool too. Okay, let me see. What if I did butterfly, like a butterfly cover die? I could either cut the butterfly cover die out of the polka dots, or I could cut the butterfly die out of something on top. Hang on, let me see. You open it. Let me see. Let me see what this will look like real quick. Cut it out of polka dots. Then it'll be polka dots in the center. Or I got enough paper to where I can try this, and if it doesn't work, I can revert. So let's just try that. Let's grab. I have a polka dot cover die. I mean, sorry, butterfly cover die, and well, polka dots symbolize spring, don't they? They do. Hmm. Maybe I do a bigger cover die. Okay. I don't need butterflies. Let's see. Man, let me just get a shape die, maybe a frame die. No. By Gina K. Gina K. There it is. Looking for the cover die for this one. on, hang on. Hang on, hang on. Hang on, hang on. What you been cutting? What you been die cutting lately? What you been die cutting? The pet that dog. I know. I love this frame. That's probably my most used dye by Gina K is this frame right here because it's such a pretty frame. That's my favorite. Somebody asked me what my favorite master layouts is, and I think this is my favorite master layout. It's the layout 4. It has the hearts that are beautiful, but my favorite is this frame right here because it's just so beautiful when it cuts out. It finishes very nice. So I'm gonna cut polka dot. Frame out of this pretty shape. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. You feel like having a touch. I wanna hold you for me. You're cutting out words and heart shapes. Oh yeah. This is the time that that's what would be cut out. See, look how pretty that comes out. That is a pretty die. Isn't that a pretty die? That's so pretty. Especially for spring. Oh my goodness. All right, not sure what that says. That's Master Layouts 4. And it's got like the that stitch pattern, and then it's got the little postage stamp, the 2 hearts, a stitch heart, and a little bit bigger background heart. But these buttons are cute too. And it comes out these buttons, the heart buttons. If you're doing a snowman or sewing one, these 2 are nice. And then it's got 2 tag dies. It's a really good layout. 2 is a great one as well. Yeah, it's very hard, Tamara. I think I would do. See, two's gonna be more versatile to get like at first. So I would do 2 and then I would get 4. You're afraid to stop buying them. You're not ready. You're not getting them all. No, no, just get 2. Get the one that you think you really like. 2 is very versatile and you can use it with a lot of things. And then you can, when you're ready, you can get the number 4. I went down that trail. I would never tell anybody to go down that trail. I got FOMO. I got all that. FOMO, JOMO, NEEDMO. Yeah, all that. So that's gonna be the layout right there. With Shalana's card. Thank you. And for my hop. What y'all think? And then of course I got a different pink. Anymo. Laugh out loud. Makes you broco. Makes you broco. Yes. And say no mo. Yay. All right, let's see if I can find a comparable pink, blue. The sky blue might be. See. But I can't just send it without my signature. So let me put this. Just zhuzhing it up. All right. So let's do our thing. Yeah. Okay. Glue time. All right. Oh, I could do. It's showtime at the Apollo. Okay. Thank you. Appreciate that. And then you guys get to exclusively see the hop cards before anybody else sees them because you're in the lives. I'll put that in there. Okay. Go. Tape on there. Trying to embrace the tape because I love glue, but I'm trying to use up. I got so much tape. I need to use up this tape too. There we go. Got one over there, none over there. Oop, 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 oop. Get that back. And let me cut that off. Being a lefty, scissors are not easy for me to use. Goodness. Fight with them. All right, there we go. I love having the magnet on the side of my desk because I can just throw the scissors and they just adhere to that magnet. All right, let me get this straight first. Looks straight enough to me. Let's see. There we go. Now I just peel this off. It moved. It moved. Ooh, okay. There we go. I'm feeling good. Dun, da, 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 da. Make sure. I should have burnished the tape so I can make sure it adhered to the backing, but you know, I never do, so that's probably why I didn't. I'm only thinking of it because we're on camera, you know? Goodness. Give me my tape. Yeah. So Tamara, you work this week and you don't have to work again until like another month? Is it every month or once a week? That is awesome. There we go. Oh, woo! All right, then we said, make sure I got the okay. This here. I think I want to prop this one up. The second one. Just a little bit. That's the table going over the tulip. One time a week, but you've been unemployed for 6 months now. It's time to start working again. So you'll start looking. You might start tempting until you find the right environment for me. Yeah, absolutely. But isn't that just the greatest place to be in where you don't really, you kind of can shop around. And the attitude I try to tell people is, you know, it, it's a give and take in the workforce. If you want to be there for sure, but the bosses also need you. You know what I mean? So, you know, I think everybody should be good to each other. You know how some jobs are. You don't always have that respect factor. Amen. I was trying to tell people that on design team, because let me tell you something. I Everybody else says, "Why aren't you on a design team?" And my thing is, they have to find me. You know what I mean? Like I'm not going to apply for a design team. If they find me, that is great. But if they don't, then I'll just never be on the design team. But the drama that some people are going through behind the scenes is crazy. I'm like, how are we going through this drama? And it's like, to me, some of the, I mean, both ways, but some of the people who lead design teams, some of them forget that the company needs them. You know what I mean? Like they're not getting a salary, and to go through some of that crazy drama. Oh no, mm-mm, not for free. For free? Oh no. I'm like, oh no, 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 no. And they be like, oh, but you get a discount. Yeah, but that discount isn't paying the bills. That discount is helping and is wonderful. I agree. I love the discount. But like I do a lot for Adobe, and when I tell you they do not treat people like that at all, at all. And we have perks and stuff, which are great perks, but they are wonderful to their people. They realize and they're totally appreciative, and that's how you should be. You appreciate the people who working for you because they're the ones that make you look good, not the other way around. Give and take. You've been practicing enough for years. You can pick your environment and protect your people. Exactly. Oh, and that is so important. That peace needs to be protected. And can't nobody do it but you. 'Cause I remember it. So one of the places I used to work at, oof, it was crazy. And the the environment was toxic. And I found out after I got there that one of the people who worked there had like some type of brain aneurysm or heart attack. I don't know, some type of health crisis. And they said that, and then after I got there and saw how they, treat people, I was like, oh my gosh, no wonder. Like I started to understand. And I always said I would never want to be a person who makes people miserable ever. I respect everyone at work. My job doesn't work with just me. Exactly. Exactly. I was like, oh, let me tell you something. That job got so bad. I started being like, so we would pass the McDonald's on our way home, and I dug welcome McDonald's, but I take your order. I was like, whoa, that's where sister was about to go. I said, this right here is not worth it. So when I left, they was all shocked. I was like, I don't understand how, because this was crazy. Like, you're gonna leave and go do that and la la. And well, let me tell you something. They all were like, you're gonna leave this job and go there. And I was like, yeah. And then it was the best. That's been the best decision ever. If I would have listened to them, I would have stayed and been miserable. And when I got here, I was happy. I was like, oh yeah, that's why I've been in this job forever. Usually I am a 3 year and then I'm out, and then I go get promoted. But I love this job. Oh my gosh, I agree. Girl, I am a firm believer that it is not worth that. And they're all about family. Mm. I remember the last job, heck, I was, worried about calling in with a migraine. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, this spot's pretty good. I'm just molding it. I can't do it on camera because I need it up close to me. I like pick these little pieces of tape off that I put on here. You're a 15-year employee. If you see ethical issues, you're out. Or like drama, you're out. You can just yourself better. Yeah, exactly. I agree. And I am too, as far as like the agency, I got my 20-year. Oh, I get my 20-year this year, 2026. So I'm definitely um but usually I would have switched between the agency. Like I went to another agency or another department by now, and I really like it. So I stayed. But now all my people are retiring. My boss retiring, my or retired. I tell you, when we came back from this last furlough, she was like, "I'm out." Like for real. She literally was like, "I'm retiring." I was like, "Wait a minute, what you mean?" She was like, "I love you, but I got to go." See, do I wanna pop that up right there? I do. 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 A little bigger. 1.5 year max at a place. Yeah, see, that's usually yeah. But mine's usually 3 years max because the place I was at before this one was 3 years. But I remember I went from one job and I got this other job, and it was gonna be like So like it was like a $10,000, almost $10,000, like $9,000 annual year increase. And they didn't want me to go so bad. They tried to talk me out of it. It was crazy. And I was like, y- I think I would be an idiot not to take this one. And I met the people and it was, and everybody seemed really good. And so I took it and it was a good decision. It was a very good decision. Um, but I could not believe that the one person was like, don't take it. Don't, I wouldn't take it. I would, and I found out later he just he wanted me to he's a good friend and it was just about him, you know. Can't be staying just 'cause of friends. You know. Oh, is that what time you had to be there? 4:30 in the morning? Woo, girl. I had to be at my one job at 5. Do this. I think let's do all right, I committed. There's the card, y'all. Yeah, I think there's the finale. Oh, woo, I scared myself for a second. Let me just do one more thing to it. Oh, it's 4:30 right now. Okay, I'm gone. There's the card. Look at that. Oops. There's the card. Hey, thank you. The last thing I'm gonna do before I mail it off to her is put my stamp on it. All right, let me go up to the top. Well, actually, I was saying that I think from now on, I'm not gonna do the top and bottom when it's these quick nighttime ones because we don't really need it, but I'll do it today. Thank you. You are my love. You, my love, are a night owl. I, you know, I am. I have been accused of that, and I think you're right. Hang on. But I'm going to bed. I'm going to bed. I wanted to get my card done, and then I'm gonna go to bed. So let me do because I don't have anybody to watch right now. I don't think so. The other night I was going to bed, and then Biddy Penny came on, so I had to watch her, and then I went to bed. You will say enjoying. You will say you enjoy night creativity. I do. I really love it. Um, but thank you all for coming and hanging out with me. This is awesome. You two and all the replay people. Um, Tamara and Tammy, y'all are real ones. Like I just know y'all gonna be there, which is awesome. Y'all are so special. Look at that. That heart right there is to you guys. And keeping me company as I create my hop card. So I will be back tomorrow night. I don't know what time, but I think I got two or three cards to do. Two cards to do. So I'll be back tomorrow night around ish the same time, maybe 12:30 ish. We'll see. Um, to hang out with you guys. So I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. Uh, love yes. There's a heart and a hug. And until next time, ta ta, ta ta. Hi, lady.